Hello, Beatbox family. There isn't much I want to say before I get started. I mean, the obvious thing is if you didn't see the first part, make sure to check that out if you want to. And also, I learned in the comment section that both FootboxG and MvS dropped out of the competition. I don't know why. It's a shame that FootboxG dropped out because I heard from his comment that he got the first place. Bit of a spoiler, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I was thinking in addition to all of these, at the end I'll react to Rafly and Inferno's wildcards because I think they must have gotten 17th and 18th, and so they're replacing MvS and FootboxG, and they're gonna battle instead of that. So. But enough talking. If you want to know more about me, that's what I made my first video on, so I didn't have to say it every video. But let's just get into AnTILT. I'm excited for this one. I've watched a few of his videos. I like him as a person. A lot of crazy sounds.
Hey, I'm AnTILT from Pakistan and I want to win the International Throwdown 2021. But first I have to win the wildcard.
Okay.
I've been having dreams. Been on a trampoline.
Woo! I'd switch up the melody.
In the air. Neverland just float there.
I did not expect this. Pitching of that.
Dreams. Been on a trampoline. Been in the air. Neverland just floating. Cause I was all alone.
I have mixed feelings. The Poe didn't come through all the time. It wasn't very consistent.
Yo,
I think that's a very risky thing to do, to go the musical route instead of like a technical route. I feel like even though he's doing sort of less sounds, it's almost more difficult to pull off than actually just being technically impressive sometimes. So my thoughts about it were that I loved the textures of pretty much everything. There was a combo in which I noticed, I said during, but that the Poe wasn't really consistent. Sometimes it really didn't come through, and sometimes you heard it, but I don't know. I feel like he just hasn't mastered that yet. I've said before that I don't think it's really wise to use sounds that you haven't really mastered in a wild card, or to at least just sprinkle them in there so you don't have to keep doing it consistently if you're inconsistent with the sound, so they don't notice that it's inconsistency and not on purpose that you're changing the texture of it. Basically, I loved the sort of vibe that he was creating and the way he changed the melody. First off, I was gonna sing along with them, but he immediately changed the melodies just a little bit, which was pretty cool. It's hard to figure out exactly why that didn't hit me that hard, because I noticed also that the pitching of the bass was pretty cool. The texture of the basses was also pretty cool. I mean, the technical aspects, the basics were fine, but maybe it just felt a little too simplistic, not enough energy, not really convincing me enough or something. I don't know, something didn't really get me that into it. One sec, I'm just gonna think about it just a little bit more. I'm still not sure exactly what the main thing is that I wanted to touch on, but I think a lot of it had to do with sort of feeling of emptiness, like there were things missing. With Stitch's wildcard immediately in my mind, he used a lot of silence in his wildcard, but I think he used it in a really good suspenseful way. Here, I think it was not used very properly, in my opinion. I don't know. It just maybe I'd have to rewatch it, but it sounded sort of weird to me. It sort of felt like there were just some things missing, or that yeah, I don't know. But enough about AnTILT. I just wanted to say something about it because I like him as a person, so I wanted to add some insight into why I might not have enjoyed it as much. But we have Draye up next. I have never seen this man before.
India, and this is my
Yeah.
wildcard for International Throwdown 2021. You know the hardship and struggle it takes. You have to know. Everything on table is at stake. You have to know. Wow. You have to know. You have to know that.
That was crazy. Yeah.
You should know.
Weird flow.
Not your typical Indian groove. You know the hardship and struggle it takes. You have to know.
Look at
You
the
have
sweat
to
dripping off his
know.
cheek, man. Oh, is this Sonus, I think?
What's up? I'm Sonus from.
Yeah, okay. I do not know. I think I was gonna say I don't know why I didn't like it as much as I think I should. But I think I have a pretty good idea why. A lot of enjoyment is sucked out of it, especially the first time listening when there's complicated flows. Sometimes, well, pretty much all the times there's some sort of complicated flow with like a weird time signature, unless it's done like really, really well, like perfectly. It's kind of hard to get it like first time around. I I'm really happy that pretty much all the beatboxers I hear singing are pretty decent singers. I mean, he's not a fantastic singer, but he's really pretty decent, you know, with up in that higher register. I liked a lot of the texture of his sounds. I think it was like sort of a sucker punch combo, as well as I noticed his interesting polyphonic texture. It's not too unique, but it sort of caught me off guard because it's a bit different than what I'm sort of used to hearing when it comes to polyphonics. I think personally for me, I think that similarly to AnTILT, he tried to go sort of a musical direction with it, but I think that maybe it isn't sort of his style. He just noticed that, I mean, a lot of the GBB wildcards that made it through were very musical in nature, and a lot of the more technical ones were put back. But I feel like there's a certain amount of finesse that I'm waiting for that just isn't really there with the song and the perfection of everything to be able to make a musical piece like that instead of just a bunch of cool technical combos with good transitions and a nice structure instead of a whole complete song. It's sort of hard to, or routine. Anyways, well, this is just total amateur speaking, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I think I make sense. In my mind.
International Throwdown 2021 Wildcard. Here we go.
Is that the noise Decoy does?
Bring the hell. Fire up. Fire up. Fire up. Fire up. Frequency control.
That's definitely my favorite part of it. This one was actually requested, I think. I'll put the who requested it down below. But you noticed that probably I was again sort of found myself uninterested at points. Maybe it's just the mood I'm in today. I don't know what that mood is, but maybe I'm just not getting into it for some reason. But I think I have a pretty good reason for why that one didn't really hit as hard. So I was really loving it from the beginning. The texture of that sound and the melody in the beginning was really dope. I think it's the same sound that Decoy uses. I think what really sort of disappointed me about it was the texture of the basses that he was using in the drops. I felt like there wasn't enough low frequencies. They felt a bit dry. I just wasn't crazy about the texture of the basses and the pitch and the, I don't know. I just actually took a second to think about anything else I wanted to say, and I wasn't really coming up with anything because I think the bass was a little too distracting to me. I was sort of focused a lot on that, and it never really stopped. I mean, he sort of use different variations of bass, but I didn't really enjoy the texture of a lot of them. Maybe if the bass was boosted a little bit more, the mix was done better, the texture would have sounded better. But anyways, I think I'll just move along because we have a lot of wildcards to get through. I don't know why none of these are really getting me today. I don't know if it's me or if it's just the wildcards, but I will go ahead and move on to Max.
My name is Max, I'm from
Israel.
Israel, and this is my wildcard for the International Throwdown 2021. Hope you enjoy.
Spit snare is like just as good as his bass there. Another musical. Not crazy about the singing. Sort of hard to hear the bass. I'm starting to feel really bad now because I feel so like judgmental, and I just want to love all these guys, but it was sort of hard to get into it. A lot of it was singing, and I just don't think his voice is really there. There wasn't much confidence in his falsetto. Really, sorry, I was just debating sort of which word to use, or if I wanted to use this word because it sounds mean, but it's sort of like a weak falsetto, and I don't mean that in sort of like falsetto's weak, get better. I mean, like, actually, I think that like coming from a place of compassion rather than of like harmful criticism, it's constructive and meant to be helpful. I just think that he needs to work on that if he wants to use that. I think yet again, it just seems like he was doing something that he wasn't comfortable with. Like, he figured with the way maybe things were being scored with the ace system. I don't remember exactly how it works, but maybe a lot of points get scored from showing some sort of musicality. So a lot of these guys went out of their comfort zones to show a little more musicality instead of just technicality. But I'm not sure I like a lot of that. I was sort of excited for the pace and the ace for this competition, the system, but I'm not sure I'm happy with how it's working, or maybe it's the judges, or I don't know exactly, but it feels like a lot of these guys up here are getting scored highly for like musical prowess or something. All four of these guys I've noticed have some element of like they need a recurring melody or lyrics or something. I mean, that's good to have in everything, but sometimes it's just a bit out of their comfort zone. And especially for Max there, you can tell immediately when he starts singing that he's not comfortable singing like that. So that turned me off like immediately. No sexual Shazam and scene reference. I think I want to move on to this next guy now, but I've decided that before that, I just want to tell you guys what I'm sort of feeling right now. My mouth is like totally dry. I'm like, between all the pausings, I'm like downing water. I'm like two of like these down, and this is my third, and I'm already there, and like my mouth is already it's like permanently dry, and it's really annoying. My breathing is like, it feels like my lungs aren't, I don't know. I heard from COVID that you get like a cold or a fever first before you start having lung issues, and I don't feel sick at all. I just feel tired, and my lungs, it feels like I can't breathe well. I don't know if it's my posture, and my mouth is really dry, but I hope that isn't what that is. Or anyways, let's go into this next kid.
Mexico, and I want to win a wild card for International Throwdown 2021. Let's go.
He looks like he could be 18. Maybe not a kid, but in the bathroom.
With my
I like that.
I need some help from you. I need some help.
Not crazy about how close he is to the cam. The singing's good though. That was sick. It was so quick. That's sick.
Yo, what's happening?
Hey, remix. So that one was musical as well, but I think I found that he was able to keep a nice falsetto in the beginning and not I feel like with a lot of the other guys it was like they felt they needed to have this light musical part, but then they went back into their style, which was really hard technical drop, and then they went, so it was just sort of too different. It felt like there was it wasn't a cohesive wildcard. It just felt like, oh, I'm gonna go gentle here, and then I'll go back gentle because I want to return to the beginning of the wildcard. But here, he never really got to a point where he was going really hard and technical. He found a way to incorporate a lot of his sounds into a more relaxed beat. I don't know exactly how I'm trying to how exactly I'm going to give you my thoughts here, how to form them into a sentence. I can't think either. That's another thing apparently. To me, it felt like the whole routine was well crafted, and it was sort of like a journey. It sort of followed a general path instead of going one way and then being taken off guard going this other way. It sort of had a theme, and there were a lot of cool I don't know exactly what he was doing, but that was really dope. I'd never seen this. I'd seen hitting on the chest before. I've done it before as well, but not in the way that he did it. That was really dope. And the singing as well was really, really good. I mean, it's really light, airy falsetto. I think I can tell that he sings in his falsetto pretty comfortably. Maybe not loudly, but sort of under his breath singing falsetto, because it sort of sounds similar to mine, I think. I use my falsetto to sing a lot because I'm really a sort of reserved, introverted person, and so I sing in my falsetto really low so it can be really quiet, and he was able to keep it quiet down there, as well as having a nice texture and a nice airiness, but not too much. I don't know. I just really like that one. Man, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he said Sonus. I think he said Serous wildcard, the guy that made the reaction suggestion. Anyways, we have Remix here. I made a video on his wildcard. If you want to check that out, I'll put it up in the info card. But yeah, let's watch this again.
Again, this is my wildcard video for Beatbox International's International Throwdown 2021.
Let's hear this vibration.
Let's fill in. This type of move gonna make you move. Pop your head like you're feeling the groove. Flowing, I was all I got. Cause my beats are smooth and extra hot.
The snare! The snare! God, the texture of the vibration bass is just badass.
Your pants be pulling up, flump. Get down, get down, get down, flump. Extra hot. make you move. Pop your pivot like you been in a group.
I love the edits on this video. Sick.
That's all I got.
Beats so smooth, extra hot.
Cheers.
Joe, it's Vino from Vancouver, Canada. This is my entry.
Vino, and then FootboxG. I like Vino. I'm just gonna keep this short because I already did a video on it, but basically my consensus, is that the right word, in that video was that I really liked every single one of the drops. The vocal, the hook was super dope, simple, catchy. The only thing I'm not crazy about with him is the transitions. He uses a lot of the same sounds in every single transition that he does, and I've noticed that this not just in this video, but in previous videos of Remix as well. I think he has to have more versatility with his transitions. It feels like he always sort of transitions in the same way, and I just think it sounds a bit sloppy to me. Maybe I'm guessing a lot of people really like the way that his transitions sound. I think it's a bit repetitive though. He keeps using the same sounds. Get started with Vino.
Throwdown 2021. Yeah. Yeah. I got a secret, I don't know shit, but I still got the crowd going shit, pumping now. It's the one stick, the billboard. I got more in my pocket, one trick.
The bass is sick.
One trick.
One trick. The OD. That's all you're good for is OD.
Cause you way too sweet. Sugar get close, let me feel your heat. Bucket get close, let me feel your heat. Cause you sugar bad baby, make me go. Yep, yep.
I'm listening for anything I don't like.
Yep. Yep.
Like this breakdown.
Yep. Ready? Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sweaty. Let's go.
I was wondering if something else. I didn't know why the video was going on that long. Yeah, I when I reacted to his Wookiees wildcard, I mentioned that I love like all of Vino's sounds. They're really clean. I love the texture of all of them. That bass that he used primarily in the beginning, the texture of that was so sick. I liked every single drop, the transition from each drop. I don't really, and I was thinking of like some things negative that I could say about it, but the only negative thing to say is that he just had the. I'm not crazy about when people end routines by stopping the beat and then just doing another combo and then doing another sound. It's like just the beatboxer thing where you just can't stop making noise. You can't end it. And he always has to go, yeah. He always has to say something. But, you know, also in a way, it's sort of like adding to his character. It makes him more like personable, I guess, is the way that I might put it. I'm just going to move on to FootboxG, though, because I didn't have much to say about that one.
And this is my wild card for the Beatbox International Throwdown.
Yeah. This is an interesting... Oh, that was sick. If anyone knows why he dropped out, please put it in the comment. I really like the kick and the snare there. They were powerful, on time, consistent.
Jack, Jack, Jack.
The bottom right, best movie. The watermark. Yeah. It's really fresh in my mind since it was the last drop, but the last drop I noticed had sort of a weird flow to it, but this one I didn't really mind as much. I sort of got into it and it was pretty dope. It wasn't fully there for me yet. I think my brain is just it just doesn't process these things well. I'm just like trying to analyze it like, whoa. I like how he sort of kept coming back to that sound that he does that I really have no idea what it's called or how to do it or anything, but you know the sound I'm talking about. He kept coming back to it, making a similar move every time it reoccurred. It sort of was like, oh, when's it next gonna pop up? Oh, there it is. And it was sort of like bridging all the drops together, which I think was pretty cool. It was like, oh, now it's time for the next one. I think that was a pretty cool idea. I really respect that, as well as being super clean with his sounds, really consistent, having a good flow, he's also really unique with all the sounds he chooses to use. And they all work and are like work well together. It seems he's really sort of found his style and has pretty much mastered all the sounds that he wants to use in that style. Now he's just got to find the best ways to make the best music with that. And this was pretty captivating. Sorry, I'm a little low energy today, but I'm not sure exactly why, but let's move on to Rafly's first, because that was the first one in the comment that told me that. All right, I just got him pulled up. I don't really have much to say about this. I've seen Rafly quite a lot of times before. Let's just get into this.
Yo, Rafly Indonesia. This is World for
Rafly
Beatbox
Indonesia.
International Throwdown 2021. Let's go.
Cool graphic.
I eliminate them, 16 bars to obliterate them. All the MCs try and imitate them. I told them before I eliminate them. I eliminate them, 16 bars to obliterate them. All the MCs try and imitate them. I told them before I eliminate them. I eliminate them. I told them before I eliminate them. I eliminate them. I told you before Parliament them. Parliament them. Parliament them. I told you before Parliament.
That was sick.
Eliminate them. Eliminate
That's a cool technique.
Eliminate them. I told the people to eliminate them.
Oh.
Yo, Rafly Indonesia. This is
That I loved a lot of the sounds and combos he used. I think overall there was a bit much going on. It was a bit hectic, sort of hard to be like, what's going on here? And I'm not really crazy about his style when I've heard him beforehand, sort of for that reason. I've noticed a lot of people like his vocalized, like, the ka. That just didn't really get it for me. I'm trying to think of more things other than the two things that I pointed out sort of in the video, the texture of the noise in the last drop, as well as the cool combo that he did before. But I think it's hard to point out any particular part because there was so much going on that it's hard to like break down every single bit because it just felt a bit hectic and cacophonous. That's not to say that it was bad necessarily, but I like a lot more when I can hear every sound is very defined. A lot of his style is sort of like really rough and gritty and sort of messy on purpose. Anyways, I don't think I have much more to say other than that I heard a lot of sounds from him here that I hadn't heard from him before, and all the sounds that I hadn't heard from him before were really sick and clean. Yeah, and I'll be back with Infernos. Alright, I know I've heard Inferno before, but I don't even really remember what he sounds like. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty hard style, and that's sort of accentuated by the look that he's got, but let's just get in.
And this is my wildcard to the international throwdown.
Throw it down.
Is this the real life that I pretend? Or I think I'm just living in the hell? I want to hear those loud and creepy bells. To check if I'm already there. Still falling down, 'cause I'm falling angel, from the top, from the sky, in the dark like a raven.
That's crazy, dude. Oh, that was sick.
I feel falling down, because I'm falling angel, from the top on the sky, in the dark in the throwdown.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, he did go from a sort of light, airy tone to a sort of deep, demented sort of sound. But I feel like this was okay with this one. First off, I was pretty happy with his singing. The lyrics were a bit broken English, but I really couldn't care less. Bass in the drops was super clean. Basically what I was saying with that was that the transitions were sort of I think what helped was that his tone, that his tonal quality or whatever of the singing was sort of eerie. It was falsetto-y, and like sort of angelic, but it was eerie. So it was like a fallen angel, like a demon, you know? I sort of like I really like the sort of theme he was going for. The lyrics on screen are great. The video effects, there isn't much bad I can say about this. There isn't much for versatility, I don't think. I don't remember exactly how the technical parts sounded. That deep bass, I want to know, is that an inward? But yeah, I think my brain is absolutely fried for some reason. I think maybe I didn't get enough sleep. You can check out the original channel as well as in the description and the original video and all of the original videos as well. I'd really appreciate if you guys liked and comment, because I'm really trying to make something out of this, and all the help I can get is really appreciated. Also, any reactions, suggestions will be put on a list, and I'll get to all of them. Please make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of July, which might be difficult, but I think I can definitely do it if I keep up with it. So yeah, please help me get to that milestone so I can start actually monetizing my videos, and hopefully that'll enable me to put more time into this. You can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram's in the description. Just anything you want. I'm a good person to talk to, in my opinion. Also, if you just want to ask questions, I guess, about me, you can just do it there, I guess. And last but not least, if you enjoyed this, although it was a pretty bad recording session because I was a bit tired, but if you want to see me with more energy in previous videos, then check out the beatbox reaction playlist. They're in chronological order for you guys. So yeah, I think before I edit this, I'm gonna go take a nap, because